Haarken Worldclaimer is a Chaos Lord of the Black Legion and the infamous Herald of the Apocalypse. A terrifying Raptor leader, he spreads fear before Abaddon's arrival, declaring entire worlds doomed. Wielding the Helspear, he leads devastating assaults, demoralizing enemies before striking down their leaders. A master of psychological warfare, Haarken ensures Chaos claims victory before the first shot is fired. Hello my friends, my name is Max, and today we're building Haarken Worldclaimer, an important character of recent Warhammer 40k events. As always, by the end of this video we will figure out answers for 3 simple questions. Does this mini look cool when assembled? Is it fun and easy to build it? And how does it look next to other minis? Let's see what's in the box. In the box we find a really cool looking sprue, an instruction set, and of course a base. This is a 40mm base. The instruction set is fairly straightforward. We will spend some time building the Haarken himself and his elaborate base over here with a dead Primaris Space Marine. And the rest of the booklet is basically some information about how to use this mini on the battlefields. Keep in mind, this is old logo, which means that these numbers are probably outdated. As always, we start with the torso, beats 1 and 2. The first beats are cleaned up. Let's see how they should be sitting together. Should be like this. He has a very dynamic pose. And I'm going to glue them. And this is our torso so far. Now let's find the bottom part of the torso and the leg, number 3. This is our beat number 3. Should be assembled like this. And this is our torso so far. Now let's find a right leg number 4. This is our right leg. Looks very dynamic. Should be sitting over here. Like this. And this is our pal so far. Next, they want us to find the stand with a foot number 5 and a head number 6. This is our beat number 5, and it should be glued over here. I'm gonna do just that. Here we go. This is our torso. And this is our very angry head. Normally, I would prefer to have a head sitting here a bit later, but in this case, it is fairly clear where he is looking. He is looking straight forward, and I think we're just gonna put this head in a way that corresponds to the top of the torso. I'm gonna glue it now. Note that this head might require partial assembly and painting it before putting it here because it is partly covered by this thing over here. Next, they want us to assemble the lightning claw from beats 7 and 8. The lightning claw is supposed to be built from these beats. They should be sitting together like this. And this is our very fancy right hand with the lightning claw. While we are waiting for the lightning claw to glue itself together, let's find beat number 10 with the hands with the spear. This is my beat 10. Let's see if we can attach it. There is a lock over here. So the position is fairly well defined with this lock, which is really good. This is my pal with part of the left hand. Now let's see how the right hand is supposed to be sitting. On the torso, there is also a lock here, and that should be the position. Very, very nice look. And this is my right hand in place, looking very, very cool. Now we can find the shoulder pad for the right shoulder number 9. This is my beat number 9, symbology of Black Legion. Also has a lock here, and it should be sitting in place over here. And this is my pal with the shoulder pad. Now we do the same with the left shoulder pad 11. This one also has a look And it should be sitting over here. Very well-defined position. And this is the left shoulder pad in place. Next, we need to build his jump pack, beats 16 and 17. But before we move to the jump pack, I completely forgot to put beat 12. This is a string of skulls, so to speak, and it should be sitting over here, somewhat along these lines. Looking really, really scary and disturbing. And now we finally arrived to the jump pack, which was full of mold line, by the way. It should be assembled somewhat like this. And I'm going to glue it. And this is our really cool jump pack. We will give the jump pack some rest, and in the meanwhile we will find trophy racks 18 and 19 to put it on the jump pack at later points. There is only one thing that I dislike cleaning up more than backpacks, and this is the trophy racks. They are spiky and small, and it's a nightmare to clean them up. The skulls should look outside, as you might guess, and this is how you distinguish which one is which. They should be sitting like this. And before we attach them, let's attach the jump pack to his back. It should be like this. As you can see, this is a look that should be sitting over here like this. And this is our pal with the jump pack. Now let's see how the trophy racks are supposed to be sitting. This is the front of it. So this one should be sitting over here, somewhat like this. As you can see, there is a small look. So I'm going to really carefully apply some glue over here and over here. Again, skulls look outside. This is the left one. Skulls look outside. This is the right one. Looks fairly okay to me, symmetry-wise. And I will give it a little bit of rest now, because there are a lot of flimsy bits that are moving right now. I need them to glue properly. So we're almost done with the Haarken himself, and now we need to build a base for him. And then there is a primary Space Marine body over here, built from bits 13, 14, and 15. Let's start with the torso. These are the bits of our slain Space Marine. There is kind of a look here, so it should be along these lines. Go into glue it. I think this is how it looks. Now we need a shoulder pad over here, bit 15. This is our bit 15. As you can see, there are some slashes of the lightning claw. And this is our slain primary Space Marine. I'm pretty sure this bit inspired another bit that was sold recently as a box of skulls and all sorts of helmets to put on bases. Now we need to put this pal on the base. It looks like he should be lying on the base along these lines. This is gonna be our position because we want Haarken to stay as close to the back of the base as possible. Let's see how it should be assembled. So it should be along these lines, and as you can see, I had to move the base a bit in order to find a better position for Haarken because he was not centered, which is a bit weird. I'm gonna glue this pal. This is our position. And now we are only missing the Helspear, bit 20. And this is our fancy looking Helspear. It has a look over here, and our pal is supposed to be holding it along these lines. And this is our mini, my friends. It took me roughly 50 minutes to assemble it. Has a lot of details and a very elaborate base, a really cool base. I will give this mini 5 skulls out of 5 for the sheer fun of building it, and I will give it 4 out of 5 for its ease of assembly. There are a bunch of bits, especially these skulls, that are extremely flimsy, and
They are a bit challenging to glue properly. These trophy racks also fit the bill. They are fairly flimsy because they're supposed to touch the miniature only here at the front. However, it was not particularly challenging, and one of the most challenging parts, I think, was to find the right position for the dead Space Marine over here at the base, in order to be able to put Haarken more or less symmetrically, because even though we did everything we could, he is not really in the middle of the miniature, as I would prefer him to be. But he is fairly dynamic, he has a fairly dynamic pose, he is charging forward with his spear. That is why I think it's perfectly fine, it's really hard to say where he should be. Technically, this mini does not require partial assembly in my book, however, you might assemble partially some bits, especially these skulls, and maybe the jump pack, and paint it. And of course, you also might want to do the same for the head, because the head seems to be slightly hidden by the armor. So if you want to paint the head really carefully, you might want to assemble it separately. And now let's take a look how this mini sits next to some other minis. Sadly, I don't have a Chaos Lord with a jump pack, one of the new ones released last year. So the next best thing is a Chaos Lord on foot, and that is how he looks compared to our pal that we built today. We can see that the Chaos Lord on foot is a bit taller, because this is a more recent miniature, and recent miniature seems to be a bit taller. But Haarken has a really cool dynamic pose. He is amazing, and he will fit perfectly into war bands of Black Legion of any sort, as this Lord, so they're gonna look great together. I don't have a lot of Chaos forces with jump packs, so I'm gonna show you the guy that we built yesterday, Night Lord's creature. You can see that they have very similar proportions, very similar kind of size. These are Firstborn Space Marines with really nice proportions, and they look amazing. And of course, if you fight Space Marines, this is what you're gonna face most likely on the battlefield. This is a Captain and Terminator armor from Leviathan books, and you can see that this lad is human mountain, so to speak, compared to Haarken. And that's a wrap for today, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It will help you to catch more content like this and support me in growing this channel. Share your thoughts on this mini in the comments below. I'm working to make my videos more helpful, and I need your input. Check the description of this video for a Google form link and share. What's your biggest struggle when building Warhammer minis? Make sure to check the video that you see now on your screen. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.